Hey troops, Carol from Beat Cancer Boot Camp here. How are you doing? We're looking at another week of self-distancing, quarantine, being alone, being inside. And if the weather is the same by you as it is by me, it's cold and it's got hints of scenes from The Wizard of Oz out there with the wind gusting and going crazy. So how have you been doing? It's I think the further we get into this, the harder it becomes. That's kind of an understatement, I guess. But one of the things that I have turned to is I'm listening to podcasts, and I'm going on Instagram, following people that I normally wouldn't have time to listen to, and getting their messages and trying to find different places for hope and inspiration. One of the things that I've come across, I'm a big fan of Brene Brown. If you've never heard of her, look it up. It's Brene Brown. She's got a podcast called Unlocking Us. But I've also listened to Glennon Doyle, and both of them say the same thing. They say that anxiety is held in our bodies. So how do we get rid of that anxiety? That's that tension in our bodies. We move. So over the weekend, yesterday, I did a 20-mile bike ride outside. It was absolutely fabulous. Just getting out in that fresh air and getting that much exercise felt fabulous. But anytime you've been sitting for a long time, get up and move. I know last week we focused on the halls because those walls are closing in on us, right? Well, you know what? We've got stairs. Now, I don't know if you live in a one-story or two-story home, but regardless, I bet you've got at least one step somewhere that you can utilize to get some exercise. So one of the things I thought we'd do today is find some exercises that we can do regarding stairs. One of the things that I like to start off, and pardon the squeaky floor there, but one of the things I always start off with some of my exercises is just some leg swings. And you can use that rail if you've got a rail, just swinging it back and forth, loosening that up. And with anything, you're always looking at about 10 repetitions on each side. That's always a good base point, 10 to 12 repetitions. I'm honestly not counting right now because I'm talking to you. But you're going to, each side equally, have that supporting knee nice and soft as you swing the other one forward and back, however far you can go. And this is where you want to make sure there's no small animals, small children, or any obstacles in your way that you can hit because it hurts you and them. So again, right here, you could even open the door with your foot. We are reaching back, opening up that hip flexor, letting that hip open up from all that sitting. So after you've gone forward and back, you're going to want to go side to side also. Again, hanging on for support. If you can do it without the support, you're working that balance a little bit more, but you're going to swing that leg out and across in front of you. So out and across in front of you. Now I'm betting a lot of you don't have a baby safety gate blocking your entrance to the stairs, so I do have to keep that in mind. One more thing that you have to adjust to. As you're doing this, you're keeping that core nice and tight, pulling that belly in. Again, letting that leg come across and out, actively warming it up, and then switching to do the same thing on the other side. Focusing on the soft supporting knee, don't lock that knee. There goes my cord. Swinging it out and cross in front. Feeling that warm up, feeling that loosen up. These leg swings are some of my favorite exercises to get things nice and loosened up. Now we're going to come to the step. We're just going to start off by rolling our shoulders up, back, and down and touch that step. From where you're standing on the floor, just reach up and touch it. Make sure your core is engaged, getting a feel for where the height of that step. In some of my classes at the YMCA, we do use steps. One step usually. And then there you can adjust the height of it. We have the benefit of many steps. So right now we're just doing that center. Can you touch that second step? Bring it up a little bit higher. Again, you've got the shoulder blades pinched together, keeping that core tight as you bring that leg up. So with that second step, or each of that second step, you probably got your leg about to hip height. Can you touch up any higher? Can you go up to that third step? Even if you have to slow the pace down a little bit, you're still getting those muscles warmed up. Focusing on soft supporting knee, balance right here. So you're balancing on one foot Holding that right there, just barely touching that step. Balance and hold. If you can, don't even touch that foot. Do a couple of balances. Feel that control. Find a focal point anytime you're using balance. Just straightening out there. Now, if you want to get a little bit of cardiac activity, obviously going up and down those steps is a great thing. You can run up as fast as you want and come on back down. You can run up all the way up, turn around and come all the way down. You can do whatever you want there. You can add in weights. Carry some weights because do you carry groceries up your stairs? Do you carry laundry up and down the stairs? Anytime you can add weight, it's going to add to that whole benefit of the exercise. So right now we're going to bring that leg up as far as you can. If it's to that first, second, third step, whatever it is, you're going to lean into it and then sit back and drop that front leg down and stretch out the hamstring. So you're pushing into the hip right here, pushing into the hip, and then you sit back, extend that front leg, and lean forward to stretch out that hamstring. Bend that front knee, push into the hip, core is tight, squeeze the glute, sit back on that back leg, extend the front leg, come down with that back pushing into the leg that's extended. So you're stretching out the hip flexor, stretching out the hamstring. Hip flexor, hamstring. Great exercise for getting both areas there. And obviously, switching, you are again going as far as you can with that stretch, pushing into that hip, sinking back, dropping that front leg down, leaning into it to stretch out that hamstring. Stretching out, opening that hip, stretching out the hamstring, just getting things warmed up. So it's a little bit of an active stretch here. Pushing in, stretching it out, getting it all warmed up. Feeling those muscles warming up, feeling them loosening up. Always go nice and controlled so that you're not at risk of straining anything. And then come on back down, give that all a little shake. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go corner to corner on that bottom step. You're going to step up, bring up the heel, and back. So you're going to go from one side to the other, tightening that core, stepping up, bringing up that heel behind you. Core is tight. Step all the way up on that step and bring the heel up. It doesn't matter which foot steps up. Each is going to get a fair chance. Again, going corner to corner on that step, bringing that heel up. So your core is tight, you're squeezing the glute, bringing that heel up behind there. Now we've got both legs nice and warmed up. We're going to come to facing the side of the step. You're going to have one leg up. You're going to touch that foot down, lift, raise the hip. Down, lift and raise the hip. Down, lift, step up, and then raise that hip up, bring it back down. So touch down, push up. Working on just one leg. 3, 2, 1. Always slow and controlled. Obviously, switching it around. I'm afraid you're going to have to look at my backside now. Tight core, touch down, lift up and hike that hip. Bring it up. Leg raise on one side. Just hiking that hip up. Bring it up. Bringing it up. Hiking it up. 4, 3, 2, last one. Again, 10 to 12 repetitions. Try to do 2 sets of everything. Either stop the video and do another set or go back through the whole video. Now we're going to focus on just one leg. So you're going to bring one foot on that step and you're going to drive up the other knee and then touch down. So you can use the rail if you need to, but again, you're driving that knee up with one foot on the step. You can touch down in between. You can keep it there. The more activity involved, the more muscles you're getting fired up here, the more calories you're going to burn, the stronger you're going to be. To me, it's more about just being strong. So you're sitting nice and tall in that spine, core is engaged. You're stepping up with one foot only, driving up that knee. 3, 2, and then we're obviously going to switch to the other side. Stepping up with just that one leg, driving up the opposite knee. Driving up the knee. Driving up that knee. Driving it up. Bring it up as high as you can. Just like you're running as fast as you can. And now I can hear the squeak in the floor. You got to get that fixed. 3, 2, and last one. Now, to take it a little bit further, that was just going up one step. Can you go up 2 steps? So with this one, you're going to step up on that second step with the leg close to the rail. You can use the rail as a guide. You're going to bring the other knee up and then come down. So you're right here, up. That leg always stays there. Bring it up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to feel that right in here. I'm going to go to the other side. So you're crossing over in front of you. Leg closest to the side of the step is the one that's resting on the step. You keep your body turned towards the rail. Bring up the opposite knee and step down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Doesn't that feel great? Wow! Now we've worked those quads. We've worked the glutes. Come up on the step so that you have the balls of your feet on the step and your heels are hanging over. Feet are hip width apart. Your balls of your feet, I'll come up here so you can see better. Balls of the feet are on the step. Heels are dropped down. Push up on your toes. Down and pushing up. So you're dropping down as far as you can, letting that heel drop down and lifting up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now the fun part. Coming with all the weight on one foot. You can bring that other one up into a hamstring curl. Lift up on one leg. Drop that heel down. Push up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And switch to the other side. Tighten core. Heel comes up. Lift. 10, 9. Dropping the heel down as low as you can. Pushing up as high as you can. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and up. Now bring both feet onto the step with the balls of the feet on the step. Drop the heels down and let those calf muscles stretch out. You can give a little stretch on each side there, stretching out those calf muscles. Finally, to take it up a little bit higher for effort, what you can do here is you can just touch like we were before when we started off, but stand with your feet hip width apart, tighten the core, jump up and then down, up, down. Now you can pick this up to make it more of a cardiac exercise. Come up, push up, down, soft knees, up, push up, down, up, push it all the way up, down. You're pulling the knees up, standing tall, dropping down gently, or just stepping down. Again, you want to go 10 to 12 repetitions or none, because maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to try one at a time, marching up like this. All different things you can do. So we've kind of focused on the legs here a lot, but you know what? We can involve the arms. Last week we did push-ups on the wall. This week we're going to take that lever of your body and bring it down a little bit more using the stairs. So I'm going to try to peek to you through the rails here. You're on the balls of your feet. Core is tight. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the quads. You can start off with your hands shoulder width apart, bring your chest down, and push away. You can go as wide as a step, down, and push away. You can obviously adjust the height here. You can come down lower and go on your knees. You can do that too, if that's easier for you. I really recommend trying it on your toes, balls of your feet, the whole body's engaged. Bring it down, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Exhale on exertion right there. 3, 2. Let's bring it close together. Hands close together, elbows are at the side, down and back. Now this is a lot harder. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it away. Shake it out a little bit. One more set just for a little bit of variety. You can take one hand on a low step, one hand on a high step. Tighten that core, down and up. So you can just push here, or you can push away and switch. You can just try once in a while. You can switch more often. That core is tight though. Keeping that whole body engaged. And again, if you can only do one, you tried one. That's all that really matters. So we've worked the chest, the arms. Now come around to a seated position. Put your hands on the step behind you. I'm hoping you can see this okay. You can put your feet wherever you're comfortable. You're basically going into tricep dips. Hi there. Setting that tail down. Hands are behind you on the step behind you. They're about shoulder width apart. Drop your butt down, push up. Down as low as you can go, push up. Down and pushing up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now, the further you out extend, the more you're working that body. 4, 3. Oh, yeah, I feel that too. Let's do a couple more for good measure. Just because you love your triceps so much. Now, come back to sitting on that step. I'm hoping you can see me okay. You're going to put the hands right by your hips. Feet are hip width apart with your knees at 90 degrees. Put your hands right by those hips. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and push up, lifting your butt off the step. Set it down. Push up, lifting your butt, lifting up as high as you can, extending your spine up. Set it down. 10, 9, 8. Make sure your shoulders are back and you're pushing down into the floor with your hands, lifting your butt as high as you can get it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can hold it there for a while. If you really relax your spine, it kind of stretches it out. But that's some good exercises for those triceps, for the chest. Now, what about your sides? So come to the first step. Obviously, I'm assuming you have more than one step. If you don't, you'll have to modify by using a wall. You can extend out, touching your hand on any step that is convenient here. You want to be in a nice long position. So extend down as far as you can, tighten the core, and lift that leg. You want to get more work in that arm. Bend the arm slightly. Core is engaged. Lift. 10. Point the toe. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to turn and face the step, staying with that same leg. Tighten that core just like you were in that push-up position before. Hi there. Extend that leg up, squeezing the glute right here. You're on the ball of the foot on the floor that's on this foot that's on the floor. Squeeze up. Do not arch the back. So your core is tight. You're squeezing the glute to lift that foot. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. The leg stays straight. 3, 2. So again, straight leg, squeezing the glute. Switch. Put the other foot down on the ball of your foot. Tighten the core. Lifting that foot. keeping that leg straight. We're not bending the knee. We're not doing any hamstring work. It's just lifting, working that glute. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now I got to turn my back to you because we're going to do the other side. Again, go wherever you're comfortable. You want a nice straight line. You're going to squeeze that glute, squeeze the abs, tighten the core, and I'm going to step back so I don't knock the gate, and we're going to lift. Again, bending that arm a little bit if you want a little bit more action with that arm. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You can always add in a hold at the end there because that gets everything fired up, and then you're quivering and shaking. You're going, oh my gosh, why did she suggest that? And then you're going to come back, put your hands on a step, sit back into your bum, push into your hips, and let your shoulders drop down, your chest open. Slowly ease into that, letting everything open up there, stretching that all out a little bit. Give it a little bit rock side to side. Bring your hips forward. So basically, this is kind of like the downward dog and the upward dog of yoga on the stairs. Isn't that great? Push those hips forward, chest open. Come back. Take one leg up on that step again. Push into it. Letting it all stretch out, hip open. Your glute is squeezed right here. And then come back. Take that heel, put it on the step. Lengthen your body. Cross your hands and reach forward to stretch out that hamstring. It's nice and relaxed. Just let it stretch out there. Keep your body nice and tall. Lean forward. Switch. Bringing the other foot forward. Place the foot on the step. Push into that hip. Letting that all stretch out. Feel the front of your hip opening up. Take that front leg. Put the heel on the step. Cross your hands. Put them on your leg. Reach forward. Stretch. Let it stretch out. Bring it on up. Standing up nice and tall. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Take one hand behind your head, the other behind your back. And you're trying to bring them along the spine, getting as close as you can, keeping your body upright. Stretching out. Releasing, other side. Stretch it out. Try to make them meet. One side's always better than the other, as you can tell from mine. Bring the arms above the head. And give it one side stretch, and then the other side. Bring the shoulders up, back, and down. Right ear to right shoulder, palms are forward. Left ear to left shoulder. Chin to chest, chin up. I hope you had a great time. Stay strong, stay sane, stay healthy. We'll catch you on Wednesday. Until then.